We live. Yo. This is Big Chris for Underdog of the World podcast. And today we got Grant Hall. If you don't know him, you know him after this interview. But Grant stars in the show Grownish as Cal. Ain't that right, Cal?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what's been good, cuz? What you been up to?
Just working, man. Just working. Just trying to keep progressing, in this industry, and just trying to keep my head on straight out here. That's it.
So where you at now? Where you located at now?
I'm in LA right now.
LA?
Yep.
Okay, I see you look, cuz. See? Man, so we're gonna go way back, bro. I like to start way back, so all the people that's watching, they can get to know who Grant Hall really is. All right. Man. So you grew up in Toledo, is that right?
Yep.
Okay. What was that like growing up in Toledo as a kid?
It's just typical Midwest upbringing. It's just very, very like simple folk, like very, very different than where I'm living at now, where it's like very, there's just like a lot of media and there's a lot going on. It was just super like pretty humble beginnings and just had a real childhood, which I'm grateful for.
Yeah. I feel that, cuz was you born in Texas or was you born in Toledo? Which one was it?
No, I was born in Texas. You got
I thought you was born in Texas, but
I was born in I was born in Texas, but I was born in Texas, but like with my dad, your uncle, we moved everywhere. So we were in Texas, then we were in Georgia, then finally we went to Toledo and just kind of like stayed there.
I mean, I remember going into Texas when I was a kid. Me and Lil Joe. You know what I'm saying? I remember us when we was kids. Man, when did you start playing sports, man? Like, was your dad kind of push that, or?
Yeah. Hey, man, you asking questions you already know the answer to, man.
I didn't. I really don't know that, bro. Like, seriously, I don't. I mean, we cousins, but we didn't grow up together like that.
Nah, you right, but you know how my dad is.
Yeah, I'm asking. He pushed you toward it, or something you already liked before he told he.
Yeah. I like sports, but like, of course, he's gonna give you that nudge. You know what I mean? Because that's just who he was, and that's the world that he grew up in. So of course, he's gonna try to give you the same thing. But it was also on me too. Like I love sports. I still love sports. I just happen to love other things at the same time, which is acting.
Yeah. When did you start playing baseball?
I think I started when I was young. My first season was probably when I was like 6. But I didn't really like kind of like get cooking with it till about 10. That's like when I started getting serious about it.
Got you. Would you consider yourself an underdog when you were playing baseball? Like,
for sure. I feel like just growing up in Toledo, where it was a small town and everyone kind of knew who my dad was, I feel like I always had like a chip on my shoulder, and I would just every game just felt like a lot of pressure because like I could just feel people like pointing the finger at me, like, oh, that's Joe Hall's son. That's so he's gotta show up, and then I think it just going forward, it just kind of helped me to just deal with pressure in a really like healthy way.
Got you. I had that same talk with I interviewed dude named Ray Shine Lewis. He's Ray Lewis's son.
Oh shoot!
Like, he's my first interview. He said the same thing. Like having a father that that played pro ball. And like sometimes it's people expect you to be just as good as they was. So yeah.
No, for sure. That's real. That's real.
So did you play? Did you play football, hockey? I mean, your brother played hockey. Did you play it too?
Yeah, I definitely played my fair share of hockey, which was interesting to say the least. For sure, it was. I mean, I won't get too deep into it, but it was a lot. That helped me to deal with resilience too. So all the sports I play, I feel like we're just character building for what I'm doing now.
Man, I feel that. All right, so I know you graduated high school. You went like how many offers did you have for in baseball? Like, was it just that was a lot or
a good amount? Definitely, I definitely have my fair share of options, and I I made the decision earlier than I probably should have. Like I think if I would have stuck it out maybe like a couple months, like half a year later, I probably would have had like more on the table because I was a late developer. So like
Right.
my strength, my size, all that kind of stuff didn't kick in until I was about like 18. You know, a lot of people had it when they were like 15, sometimes 14. Mine just happened to kick in later. And I I made the decision to commit to Southern Illinois um like early on, just because my dad went there. It was kind of like a legacy thing. I visited the campus, like I liked everything. It was Division 1, which at the time was like a big thing. Everybody wanted to go D1,
Yeah,
you
hell
know,
yeah.
and and yeah, I just ended up sticking with SIU because I was like, just feel like the best possible option, you know.
I don't know, for some reason I thought you went to like a JUCO.
I did. So there's a lot to the story, man. I did go to a JUCO just because um I feel like I could have got more like in terms of like scholarship.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like waiting for that. And then also the coach told me like they had like I think like 2 or 3 like juniors and seniors in my position in front of me. So I mean, you can take your chances and go there and battle it out, and maybe like your junior or senior year, start to get that playing time, or you could go to a JUCO for a year, which the idea was proposed by the coach. And he was like, you can go to a JUCO and you can play there for a year or two, and then come back fully developed, having lifted every day, having played a lot more baseball, and then just being more ready to compete.
Man, I think that was a good choice for you, man. Going to John A. Logan, develop, develop your skills.
Mhm.
Get ready for the maybe the next year after that to go to a D1 school. That was a good choice. But
Yeah.
man, so I know you went to school for baseball. That was the love of your life at first, and
Mhm.
then you decided to move to LA, man, the big city from Mayberry to the city. Uh, anyway, man.
You fool, bro.
Now, what made you get into acting? What made you make that choice? I mean, baseball and acting.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, those are two different worlds.
Yeah,
And I had a teacher. It's actually kind of a blessing that I ended up going to that JUCO, because if I didn't, I would have never met the teacher that inspired me to become an actor. And I was in class one day, and it was probably a class maybe like probably like 30 kids or something. And it was the first day, and she was just kind of like going around, just taking everyone's name for attendance. And she had been an actress before. I think she had been in LA for a little bit, and she kind of like understood the industry and that kind of stuff. And she got to me, and then she just like said my name, looked at me, stared at me for a while, and she was just like, "I think you have the perfect face for TV and film." And I was just like, for some reason, man, it hit me hard, and it was
yeah,
just like the perfect moment of fruition. And it was just like I realized at that second, like I'm here to be an actor. I don't know why just those words did it for me, but I was totally sold. And then I just asked her like what I could do to kind of get into it. She just put me in the right direction. She got me into some plays. I think that year I ended up doing like a couple plays for the school. I got into like an on-camera class, like more of like a film acting class, like an hour and a half away from my campus. I was driving there a couple times a week. So I just started getting after it. Like I just started, really going after this thing, and then just realized my love for it, and the rest was history.
man. That's what's up, man. But I got a question for you, man.
Showed it.
So how was it telling your dad that, hey, dad, I'm quitting baseball, but I'm gonna be an actor in L.A.
I couldn't even tell him. I couldn't even tell him, man. It
I
was
bet you
hard.
could.
Yeah, I think somebody else actually told him.
Uh, so you
Yeah,
heard it through the grapevine, huh?
yeah. He was gonna, and I was looking back on it. It was actually pretty immature that I didn't just tell him.
I
That
mean,
I owed it to them.
how old are you right now? How old are you right now? 25, right?
25, 25.
So at that time, how old was you? Like 21,
Brother, I was
20?
18.
18, he was 18. See,
I was
you was a kid, bro. You supposed to make kid choices sometime, bro. I mean,
Yeah, but still, when you're wrong, you're wrong.
yeah,
Kid or not. And I owed it to him to make that call. have that conversation with him, but I didn't. And looking back on it, I'm happy that I could say that I didn't make the right choice on that. But later on, if we're going to present day, we're all on the same page, and he's very proud of me, and I'm grateful for that. And all love for my dad, all love for everyone who supports me, and just everybody. Yeah,
Hey, man, we proud of you down here though, for real, man. Like,
I appreciate that.
For real, proud of you, man. Like, glad to see my little cousin doing big things.
Appreciate that, man, for real.
Man, what? So, how'd you what have you been doing over these past, 5 years? Like, down, you been there, how many years? About 5 now? 5, 4?
About, I think 6.
6? Well, I mean,
Yeah.
tell me how it was when you first got down there. How getting, used to the big city. How'd that go for you?
I was like, I think I came with a lot of optimism. Like, I came with a lot of confidence, probably more than I really should have had, like looking back on it. And I felt like I had all the skills to kind of just make it in the business right from the jump. But then I soon discovered that that was wrong, and that it was going to take me a long time to get to where I wanted to go. And I'm still getting there, but I'm appreciative of the journey it's kind of taking me on, because I didn't expect it. And it's actually kind of formed me into the person I am today. It's forced me to adjust and change my mindset and sharpen skills and develop, like, strengthen my weaknesses.
Okay.
This journey has definitely been crazy, but it's been fulfilling. And to go back and answer your question, it's been a really good 6 years, but it's definitely been a lot of hard work within that, and a lot of learning experiences for sure.
Man, for sure, I bet. I mean, yeah. So when you first got to LA, did you already have an agent and everything, or did you get the agent later?
I got the agent later, but I had the manager before I came. So I got the manager in Toledo. It was a lady who, she knew my mom. I forgot how she knew my mom, but she knew her. It was a lady named Falana, great lady. And I met her. She wanted to rep me and my older brother as models, like when we were kids, but we were playing sports, so we weren't really into that.
Pretty boys.
Like crazy.
Pretty boys. I was booking photo shoots and it's toddlers.
Nah, you stupid.
Anyway.
We were on the field, man. We were playing sports.
Yeah.
So we were doing that, and she always wanted to get us into modeling, but like I just said, we weren't trying to do it. And then I forgot what happened. I told my mom that I would get into acting and maybe some modeling too, and she referenced me to the lady. And then I met with her. I thought she was great, and I signed with her. And then she ended up bringing me out to LA for what was supposed to be for a summer. But I already had it in my mind, which no one knew, that once I got out there for the summer, I was never going back.
No going back. I feel that.
Never going back.
And
stay.
Your brother went with you. Y'all went down there together, then y'all.
Yeah. We went down together, but I think LA is not for everybody, and I think the acting thing might have been more of like my dream than his. So he ended up going back to Toledo, which I think, like looking back on it was probably the right decision. Yeah.
I know y'all both done. He done a little acting down there too as well, did he?
Yeah, he was actually, believe it or not, man, he was more successful than me. Like for the time that we both spent there, like he was doing better than me. But as we know, it's about longevity. So, but yeah, he was good. He was doing well. He had gotten some jobs and he had things cooking for sure.
Man, that's good. I know I seen a little bit of y'all posting on IG and stuff like that. Back when y'all first got down there and stuff, y'all met quite a bit of people. Y'all met Kyle Massey, his brother, and all that.
Yeah, you kind of look like Kyle, man.
Nah, you funny. I've been heard that my whole life, bro. That's crazy.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I think we did used to say that, like at Granny's house as kids, man.
Yeah, they used to talk about that all the time. I was like, man, I look nothing like that man, but man, whatever.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, man. Somebody was always calling me that as a kid. I was like, man,
you weren't having it.
Anyway, man. So let's get into this acting journey. What was the first job you booked, like modeling or a movie? Which one came first? Was the modeling or was it the acting that came
Definitely the modeling. Definitely
modeling?
modeling. Yeah, you need less experience to start modeling than acting. But I think the biggest thing for acting for me that kind of like just showed me where I could take this career was I did a campaign for Abercrombie and Finch probably in like 2018, so 5 years ago. And it like it changed everything because it was global. So they had it back home in Toledo. You know, they might have had one in Kentucky. They had them in LA. They had them in England. They had them everywhere. And people were just sending me like pictures and stuff left and right on social media, and it was and I didn't even see it coming. Like I had did the it was like it was an audition, but it wasn't really an audition for it. I had did that months ago, and they had me like in and out, so I assumed I didn't get it, and then I end up getting a call that I got it like months later. But when they aired it, it just kind of it just changed a lot of people's like perception on me, which was weird because you're still the same person, but everyone's view on you is now different. So it just gives
Yeah.
you will start walking around with a weird mindset.
Man, man, I know you did some small films.
Mhm.
Like I know I tried to find a link one day. You was telling me where they was at, but I never could find them. You said it was on. What was name some of the films you was in, the small films you was in?
I did a film about a year ago now called Trigger Man, directed by Tyler Holmes, a good friend of mine, and I did another film called Two Eye Drops, um, directed by a lady named Mora. She's great too. And then I recently just did a film in Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a film in Detroit, which I don't know when it's going to be released. I'm going to assume like around the summertime. But that's a full length feature film, and it's planning on being released on Tubi. So
Okay.
excited for people to see that one too.
So, in this case, somebody wants to watch. Where can they watch your movies you have some you have now, like Trigger Man? Where can they watch that at? Like,
Trigger Man, I think we're still trying to figure out. He's trying to decide on the platform he wants to post it on. He's
got
trying to
you.
figure out the best way. Directors are very strategic about like where they
Where they
kind
put
of
it
like
at?
put their work.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very sentimental about it. Um, but I don't know. I almost like lose track, man, because you get so caught up on the next project. Like, and it's weird because you shoot something a year to 2 years ago and you've already like moved on by the time it gets released. It's like sometimes you don't even know like where it's at because you've already moved on to the next one. But for sure they can go check out Grownish if they want to. That's on Hulu. That's on
Yeah, we
Freeform.
gonna get to that a little later. Set that for last. You know what I'm saying? The growness. But it was some movie I seen you post on IG of you and some girls like in some garage. I mean some junkyard or something like that. You had like a Leatherman jacket on or something like
Oh, that's Two Eye Drops.
2 eye drops.
Yeah, that's Two Eye
What was
Drops.
that? What was that about? Tell me a little about that.
That is that's it's like a vampire thriller film.
Gotcha.
And it was really fun to shoot. That was really, really fun. And we shot it in like a short amount of time too. Um and it's I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it at
You think I
all.
tell me too much? I'll watch it, man. Whenever it's out, I'll try to find it and take a look at it, man. You know.
For sure. But just to give like a little synopsis on it, it's basically like it's a film about like vampires kind of like assimilating into like normal human life and just trying to act like humans, but there's people like on the hunt for them. So they're and then it's told from the main perspective of the lead, and then she's just like a teenage girl in high school and trying to live a normal life, trying to have like the normal boyfriend, which is played by my character. But she's also having to deal with like the backlash from her mom, who's telling her to like stay in the shadows and not be too seen because they could get caught for being vampires at any point. So that's like the main conflict of the film.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, I'll wait to watch that. You ain't got to tell me no more about that, man. But all right. So you done quite a little bit of things. So how'd you book this show on Growness?
How I did it by auditioning,
I
and
know
I had I had I had two different auditions, and on the second one, I think like maybe like 3 or 4 days later, I got the call from my agent that I had booked it, and then you know the
Was it the
and
only character you auditioned for?
no, I auditioned for another character. There's another character on the show named Zeke, and I auditioned for that one maybe like 2 or 3 weeks prior, and I feel like that one was the one, and then I didn't hear anything, so I was like, win some, you lose some. And then I got the audition for Kyle, and I did it, sent it in, and then they had me do it again. And normally when you do two auditions, they tell you like, "Hey, we like you for this role," and it's called a callback. But they didn't even tell me that it was a callback. So my first thought was like, "Oh, they're making an error. They didn't get my first tape. I might not even redo it." And then my voice of reason kicked in, and I was like, you got to do it because like, this is your dream, and you got to work for your dream. So obviously, looking back, I'm glad I did it, and I did it again, sent it in, and then end up getting a role.
So what is it? What was it like? You know what I'm saying? Transforming into from Grant Hall to the character Kyle. They got driving any similarities or
um, I feel like I kind of like modeled him after people I know.
gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I won't say the guy's name, but like I have a friend in my real life where I was like, he's just like him. So I just need to take the qualities from him and put it in this character. And then I did that. Well, I felt like I did it to the best of my ability. And then it's funny because he actually hit me up after he watched it. And he was like, "Hey, bro, you killed that." But he didn't know that like it was him. He was an inspiration. So that to me, that was the biggest compliment.
I mean, yeah, that's dope though, man. You did I watched it. You did a good job, man. So you come back for season 6?
I can't say, man. I can't say. We're
all right,
under contract out here.
got you. I mean, yeah. I know if it's gonna be a recurring character or not, but yeah, I understand. I got what you're saying.
Yeah, I can't talk about that as
Yeah.
much as I wish I could, man.
So, have you you got any other thing on the way besides that? It's just grownish or got other stuff working too?
Yep, I got the film I just kind of talked about, the film we just shot in Detroit. I'm excited for that one. That one will be released soon. That was my first time in a lead role in like a full length film. So I'm excited for that one to kind of hit the streets. And then I did an episode on another TV series called Cocaine Sisters. And I'm not sure if they decided on a platform yet. But that should be out pretty soon. That should be out quicker than the movie. And then we got some other stuff, man. We're cooking some stuff up. So there's some stuff on the way.
So, man, what's your overall goal? Are you want to be on the big screen, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's always been the big screen. That's since the day I decided to be an actor. That was the goal, And then of course you get the little smaller goals on the way there. I'm like, okay, well, it would be cool to be a lead in a TV show, or it would be cool to do a couple little spots on a couple films here and there. And then, but all of that is just to lead up to being a leading man in Hollywood. I want a career like a Denzel or a Leonardo DiCaprio.
Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. You'll get there. Look, get there for real. Just keep, keep pushing. Keep, your mind on the prize, man. Keep moving forward. Put them blinders on, and block out the bullshit, and keep going.
That's love.
For real. What's been the hardest thing about pursuing this career? Like
the hardest, I think, just the perseverance, man, because you're always tested. And I see why so many people don't make it in this career, because like being an actor, especially like in Hollywood, it comes with that stigma of like the starving artist, the guy who spends his lifetime out there and never makes it, And I see where that comes from, because there's just so many pitfalls, and I see people landing them all the time. And I won't get into them too much, but they're there, and I've seen them. But thankfully, I feel like God blessed me with the intuition and the wisdom to kind of like steer around them. And I think that's just due to a good upbringing, good parents, and good advice, and just keeping a good circle around me.
Got you. So this, if you wasn't succeeding at this, what was going to be your backup plan?
Baseball. I'd probably still be on the baseball field to this day. Tell you the truth,
I feel you.
Yeah.
You went back. You had a plan of going back home, working for your mom, and none of that.
I would like to be involved some kind of way. My heart is with acting. I'm gonna be an actor to the day I'm off the planet, but I would like to do something to kind of contribute to the family business. Just because it's done a lot for me, and I feel like I want to somehow, if my kids decide to be a part of it, I want to make sure it's an option. So
I feel that have more than one option. You know what I'm saying? Go. They want to. They play baseball, so they play baseball, or whatever, and they don't work out. They can always go back and work for the family business. So
yeah.
I feel like having a multiple, you know what I'm saying, backup plans. That's the way to go.
100%. The more options, the better.
Yeah, because you never know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So always gotta have a backup plan. Always.
No, seriously.
So you feel like you made the right decision?
Yeah, I think so. Looking back on it and how things have transpired, I don't think there was any other way. I think it was always set up like this. I think it was going to happen no matter what.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel like it was too. Man, I was like, what are they doing in L.A.?
Everything.
Man, I know this was just a all around great experience, man. Your brother went down there with you and got his partying or whatever he was doing out the way, and went back home and got to work.
Hey, funny, man.
Man, I just
That's stupid.
Did y'all? I know this dude that lived down there too, named Derek. I think he met your brother. He was a music producer.
Derek.
They call him what's his rap name? I mean, what's his producer name?
Yeah, I gotta hear. I gotta hear rap name.
What is his rap name? Might look it up. So something. Hendrick something.
Dang, I actually kind of just rung a bell.
But no, he called my, he's good friends. One of my homies down here. He's from Paducah, so
okay.
He was on the phone one day, and little Joe popped up on camera. I was like, dang.
Hey, you know what I think about all the time?
What?
That day at the movies when you guys are talking. Man, we could have been older than like 10, 11. And you guys were talking to a group of girls. And my brother walked up talking about you guys like motorbikes? You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, no, I slick remember that.
Bro, I don't know. I remember that forever.
All about that. Oh, that's crazy. I forgot all about that. Yeah. No.
Oh man.
That was young little Joe right there. Young.
Nah, for real. All of us, man. We were some kids.
Man. We used to have fun though, like at Granny's house when y'all can't deal and stuff like that, man.
Always.
Man, all right, but anyway, man, I appreciate you coming out here, man, doing my podcast, man. Appreciate it.
Of course, man. Hey, I'm glad to be doing this, man. It's kind of full circle. It's really full circle. It's someone would have told us 20 years ago that we'd be doing this.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But I'm gonna tell you my sole purpose behind this, man. My sole purpose, I named it Underdog of the World Podcast, man, because I want anybody that feels like they're underdog or underdog of the world, period. You know what I'm saying? Have a voice, you know what I'm saying? A place to talk, you know what I'm saying? Talk and, promote their craft, what they do. And hopefully my platform can help them get to where they want to get, or, you know what I'm saying,
That's what's up, man. Keep doing this. Keep doing this. You're onto something great.
Sure. I appreciate it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Anyway, I'm gonna let you go, man. And, you know, it's still early down that way, man. So it's like almost 4 o'clock or something.
Yeah, it's like 4. Yeah, almost 4.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, you take it easy, bro. I stay in touch, man. I have to get you back on her again eventually or something.
Yeah. We gotta collab again in the future for sure.
All right, you have a good day, bro.
All right, family.